Welcome back. We're heading up the North Shore for a battle of impressive 5-2 teams.
That's right, Jeff. The ESCO football team taking that scenic drive along Lake Superior to visit the Two Harbors Agates. And senior Graham Hartlieb does it all for ESCO, offense, defense, and kicking. And if you thought that handshake line was long, look at that one, a big night celebrating the seniors. Midway through the first quarter, Easton Harker hands it off to junior running back Ben Schmitz. Hits the hole, only has one guy to beat, turning on the afterburners for an 80-yard touchdown. Holy Schmitz! ESCO grabs the opening score and lead. They missed the extra point, so it's 6-0. Then my camera died, but hey, I persevered. Shout out to my iPhone. Two Harbors passing the ball is as rare as a four-leaf clover, and it's Hartlieb with the luck of the Irish on his side, grabbing that INT and returning it to the 1-yard line, and that's where his quarterback, Easton Harker, would push over that goal line. ESCO with another touchdown and a 2-point conversion. They took that 14-point lead into halftime, and their defense would continue to dominate, holding the Agates to just 6 on the scoreboard in a 22-point victory over Two Harbors. Elsewhere, the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels finished the season undefeated, a perfect 7-0, capping it off with a big 56-6 win over Mesabi East. The International Falls Broncos finished the year on a 4-game winning streak, taking down Crosby Ironton 34-12.
And another defensive battle at Mountain Iron Buell tonight with the Rangers taking the 6-0 win. Meanwhile, the Ely Timberwolves fell in their home finale to Bram 52-14. And everyone, it's the best time of the night. And guess what? We have an exciting twist, of course, as it's Wednesday Night Lights. With this being the final week of FNL, we're making our picks for the year.
Yeah, no pressure. Never easy to pick your favorite dog. But based on his performance this season, it's hard, honestly, to consider anyone else. And if you've watched any episode of Friday Night Lights, and you've probably seen this guy tear up the football field, it's Mean Martin Sleen, the touchdown machine. Before tonight's game, the junior was third in the entire state of Minnesota with 1,322 rushing yards and had 24 total touchdowns. Earlier this season, Sleen had 6 scores in just 1 game against Cloquet. He had 2 touchdowns tonight to help the Hawks take down North Branch. Martin Sleen, you are the big dog of the year. Jeff, which highlight from this entire season was your favorite?
Well, we're going to stick at that Lumberjacks versus Hawks game. This one a foggy one, as many can see, but it was week 3 in Cloquet against the Hawks. I spy a man on a mission. Jack Horvat, the fullback, takes the hands off, broke a few tackles on his journey to the end zone for more than 60 yards. So with that, all I have to say is pop off Jack Horvat and the Lumberjacks. And
one final shout out tonight, Hermantown Hawks senior kicker Bodie Medill tying a Minnesota State record for the most amount of extra points made in a career. Dan Wolf is still salty, Bodie, that you beat him in fantasy football last week. Shout out to the kickers. They also deserve all of the love. Well, that'll do it for another amazing season of high school football. Thank you so much for joining us each and every Friday and this Wednesday. We appreciate it. And if you missed any action, head over to our website, northernnewsnow.com.
But the football season doesn't stop here. Now that the regular season has ended, the playoffs are right around the corner, and we'll be on every sideline to bring you the scores. Have a great night. In the wise words of Tom Hansen, bring extra batteries and keep smiling, Northland.